Mobile operators are the key to bringing internet access to the communities in emerging markets. Wireless is playing a huge role in bringing it out because the fixed wire lines transmission technologies require too much management and trenching and power generators and things like that. So you really need the wireless players. Now, mobile operators has branched out to be wireless ISPs because it's really about mobile data operators.
So there's tremendous growth in the mobile industry at the moment, 26% growth in the emerging markets over the last several years. But there are also big challenges, and in order to differentiate themselves, mobile operators are looking at increasing their speeds, increasing their reach, and also increasing their profitability, driving down their costs.
If you want to experience the internet today in the world, check into a hotel in New York. That's how the internet works at its best. It's almost as though the content server is in the same room. On the other end of the spectrum, you have geosynchronous satellites, which unfortunately are 36,000 kilometers away from Earth. When you want data services on your phone, you want them instantaneously. You want to enjoy the services. You want fast web pages and load times. The challenge is that many end users are not willing to pay substantially more for data services. Mobile operators need to address the total cost of ownership challenge. That means they need to find a means to deploy data services profitably over their network. O3bCell is designed to do exactly that.
There's never been a satellite system that's been designed specifically for the mobile industry from the mobile operators in the past. There's a reason that 3G isn't deployed over satellite, and that's because it's not profitable for operators to deploy, and there's too big a compromise on voice quality, on throughput, and on interactivity. That all changes with O3b.
The system has much smaller satellites, so therefore they're much cheaper. We have much lower launch costs because we're closer to Earth. And we have almost unlimited access to spectrum by virtue of the fact that we can continue to add satellites and reuse that spectrum around the world. This will drive the cost of data services backhauled over our system down significantly. The quality of experience will increase dramatically. Firstly, voice. Voice will be audibly better than any geosynchronous satellite system. We will always have a mean opinion score of 1 higher than any other geo system. This means that when you're being backhauled over O3b, you will notice the difference. You will hold your calls longer. You will drive up the revenue for the mobile operators because you're using the service more. And since voice is still today the predominant cash cow in the mobile industry, this is a great advantage for mobile operators. In addition to the data services, which we also enable profitably for the mobile operators, those services will also run much better, in particular interactive applications. And we do all of that by allowing the end users not only to benefit from our low latency system, but also to have much more bandwidth than they ever had before.
Operators no longer need to make a compromise on the bandwidth that they provide to their end users or the quality of voice that they provide to their end users. We support voice without the clicks and interference that are typically present. We support data services that are genuinely broadband and interactivity that really encourages users to use the service.
Voice is natural. You hold longer call times. The applications are more interactive. You use your data services much more than you would before. It's economically viable to the end users. It's profitable to the mobile operators. And therefore, mobile operators will retain their existing customer base and attract new customers to the network.
We're a global operator, so we're targeting all markets of the world, but we see different pace of adoption of particularly 3G and 4G. We see Brazil being a key driver to that at the moment, Indonesia, India, and that will be followed by Africa and other parts of Asia. Same trends, different pace.
Mobile operators simply need to be able to increase the amount of bandwidth in the network, whilst at the same time reduce the operating costs for that bandwidth. That's exactly what O3bCell is designed to do. We will be the first satellite system in the world that enables 3G data services to be backhauled profitably in the network.